We return.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They took control of the game in the second quarter, coming back to take a 2-point lead into the locker room with them. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
How'd he get that one to go?
Blind luck, Greg. I mean, he lets it fly and bang, right on target.
And we've reached the end of the third. Hornets lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying
The
to
Jordan
force
player
their
of the game,
opponents in.
Kyrie Irving.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time. During that quarter, they are riding his performance right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back to the action after this word.
He sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play. Switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Colin Sexton.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option.
That's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 9-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the refs to make a call, put them in a position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
As he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll return shortly. That's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later. Giving them all the offense they need right now. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was Joel Embiid who got hot in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 block. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
When it comes to raw talent at the center position, Joel Embiid. Woo-wee. You saw in the first half, Ernie. Size, reflexes, ball skills. This dude is changing the game. It'll be great to see him stay healthy and see how good he really can become.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
$14. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination. And
Do it
you
tonight,
can't
folks,
help
for our
but just...
broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long. Point shot has been big for him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 24 points and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Here in Atlanta.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Let's present our Jordan player of the game, Trae Young.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss. Greg Anthony and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 11. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Harrison Barnes led the way in the first half. He had 18 points and 1 assist. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. Turn.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 14 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, Jokic in the first half continues to outperform expectations. Uses positioning and angles rather than quickness to win battles. And his floor vision on both ends is absolutely fantastic.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, look, they turn the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
This from Milwaukee.
Today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost. MVP at some point in his career.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Porter.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
And at last, he gets joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Drew Holiday. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
The fourth quarter gets underway.
wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
One of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Randall's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Walker. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.
That just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range, and we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot. I got to take my suit off.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
One center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
This is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you next time.